Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so nervous for this video right now. If this is your first time here, then welcome. So, y'all, as you can see from the title, this is a very different sort of video than my normal videos. And yes, it is no exaggeration. This is my first date in over 3 years. So I am having a mild panic attack, but I wanted to do a video, kind of a get ready with me video, just because I'm sure there are other people out there like me who, you know, dating has been hard to say the least. Maybe something happened in your past where you just needed a very extended break, which is the case with me. So I wanted to make a video kind of documenting this whole process. I'm going to be doing my makeup and doing showing you guys what I end up choosing to wear, which I'm still, you know, fluctuating about. But I thought this might also help to calm me down a little bit, because y'all, when I say I'm nervous, I am nervous. I have already applied my moisturizer for today. I picked up the Black Girl sunscreen for Black Friday. They had an awesome deal on the Black Girl sunscreen. You might see my 2019 haul video before you see this video, so we'll get more into that. But yeah, this is what I applied to my face in lieu of my normal moisturizer, because I didn't want any like white marks to sneak up on my skin, which sometimes happens with my moisturizer. And this, the first time I used it, was matte, but because I'm so nervous, it's getting shiny, so maybe the shine will dissipate. I am gonna be doing the Nubian by Juvia's for my eye makeup look. Very, very well loved here. I think this is their first palette that they ever came out with. I use this all the time. Juvia's Palace, or Juvia's Place, is my favorite eye makeup brand. I used to love Urban Decay, but now I love Juvia's Place so much. First, I'm gonna start with a little bit of concealer. I don't use foundation on my face because I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna like wipe it off because it goes on all your face. So I haven't done like a full face of foundation on a regular basis since high school. I usually will use the foundation that I do have as a concealer, just spot checking areas, and I'll use this, is my current favorite. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and it's in the shade Medium Dark Neutral. And as you guys know, I am definitely not a makeup person. Hair is much more my cup of tea. So I don't really go outside of my comfort zone too much with makeup. I kind of just go with what I know. And I definitely don't want to experiment today since I'm already so nervous about everything. My last date was in October of 2016. And before that, my last serious relationship was pretty much the entirety of my 20s, and I'm thinking about making a video about that, like my first story time, because that whole thing is a hot mess, you guys. YouTube kind of played a part in that relationship, funnily enough. Not so funny once you guys hear the story, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna have that as a story time video. I've wanted to do that video for a long time, but I've been so nervous about that because in this story of my last relationship, so many people are probably gonna be like, girl, how did you not see the thousands of signs? And then once I tell another part of the story, people are gonna be like, what is wrong with you? But I've been really nervous about that because it's, you know, it's a hurtful story and it makes me feel very, very vulnerable and exposed. This makes you feel a little less bad about yourself when you know that, hey, there are other people who've been in this same boat and got through it. Our relationship ended in August of 2015, I think. So then I didn't go and start dating again until almost a year after that. And after my date that I went on 2 dates with the same person, and I just knew automatically that there wasn't any chemistry, there wasn't any spark at all on my end. So I knew that I wasn't ready yet to date, even though it had been over a year, and I knew I wasn't, you know, into that person anyway. So I didn't plan to take this long of a break, but just the thought of dating terrified me, you guys. It terrified me. It still does, but this is the closest that I have felt ready in a long time, so I'm going for it. I gotta get back out there eventually anyway, and my family is like, Ashley, are you a nun now? Like, what is going on? So I figured it's time to get back out there. So I have done my little color base here, which As you guys can see, I literally just pat the concealer into areas that I want a little bit more clarity to, help with my under eye circles, around the corners of my mouth to help brighten up a little bit, a little blemish here and there. So I hope I have blended this well. I don't usually do it in front of a camera, so I hope that I did a pretty okay job, or at least the lights at Starbucks aren't going to show any mistakes that I did make. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be using this color as my base. I pretty much stick to gold colors. I've loved using that for my eyes for years and years and years now. I just feel that it complements my complexion, and I just love gold. I'll do like a variation of that, and most times when I do try to experiment, it doesn't turn out great, so I figured I would just go with what I know. I met this guy on Tinder, and I am, you know, looking for a relationship. I'm looking for something serious, and I know that Tinder doesn't have the best reputation for that, but I do know someone that just got engaged with their boyfriend who they met on Tinder. Figured, you know, let's give it a try. It just feels a lot less intense than like Match.com. I've tried that before. That was creepy. I tried that in between a break with my ex. So yeah, I did not like Match. So I thought Tinder was like, you know, simple and just an easy, less nerve-wracking way to get back into the whole dating thing. I've been on Tinder for a while, and I have not met anyone that I would be in line with at the supermarket, let alone go on a date with. They, you know, because Tinder is Tinder, 2 minutes into matching with someone and they message you, they're asking you to come over their house, or they're asking you to come over their house, and I just immediately like get so turned off by that. Like, if that's what you're looking for, cool. I have in my thing, not looking for friends with benefits, not left looking for an FB. So I mean, why'd you get out my face? Like, I told you before you even swiped anything that I don't want that. I moved on to a new color. I'm using this kind of peanut butter color right here to add a little bit of depth to this look. But yeah, so this guy messaged me. We've actually been carrying on actual conversations, which has been nice. He's the first person in the time that I've been on Tinder that has done that. Most of them either have no conversation, or they go straight to the, you want to come over? Like, one dude, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm cleaning. He was like, oh, I wish I was there with you. You gonna help me clean? Like, this guy was really nice. It felt more natural to talk to him than it has to anyone in a really long time, and even then I was still really nervous. So we moved on to texting from the app, and he asked me to meet up for coffee, which I don't like coffee, but that's cool. Starbucks is like comfortable and low stakes, so that's a good thing. But I'm so, y'all, as I have about an hour before I meet him, I'm so nervous. We're gonna move on to eyebrows. So I'm gonna be using my NYX Professionals Micro Brow Pencil. This is my favorite eyebrow pencil, my only one after trying a couple. This is the only one that I have in my stash. I alternate different colors, and this is in the color Ash Brown. So I'm gonna look off camera so I can focus, because I don't want to mess up these eyebrows. Difference between these two, not a lot. That's the reason I like this, because it gives you a natural look. Because knowing me and my skill level with makeup, it would be so easy for me to mess it up if it was like a more intense eyebrow pencil. So that's why I really like just keeping it nice and subtle with this. And I just fill in those sparse areas just to give me a little bit more of a defined shape. So after I do my eyebrows, I like to move on into my little highlight area for my eyebrow bone. I always do that. I just feel like it opens up my eyes a little bit better. I just use this brush right here from Eco Tools. So I'm laughing because I'm like so much more comfortable talking about hair stuff, y'all, like than makeup. This is more so a get ready for me little chat, girl chat thing than a makeup tutorial, of course. I'm going to use this kind of sparkly iridescent color right here, eyebrows before this, so that this sparkly color doesn't dull the color of the eyebrows, so it won't like make it all muddied. And that still happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen as much when I do it after the fact. So just give me a little bit of highlight right there. And I'm just gonna blend everything so there won't be as much of a harsh line between the highlight, that peanut butter color, and my gold right here. So not only is this my first date in a super long time, but it's the first time that I'm meeting like a complete stranger from the internet. We're going to a Starbucks and Barnes & Noble. Next I'm going to use this pigment from NYX, and I cannot find the name of the color, but it's like this kind of burnished gold sort of color. And I did this last weekend and I was like, ooh, that might be good for my little date. So I'm going to be really careful because this picks up so much pigment on the brush, and last time I like dumped a bunch underneath my eye. So I'm just trying to build it and add a little bit at a time. And I don't want to add too much because this stuff is very orangey and intense, which is pretty, but I want to go a little bit more subdued, so I'm tapping off a lot more excess onto the brush. I added that pigment to each eye and it just ups the intensity of that gold. I just checked the time. I have about 30 minutes before I have to get out of here. I'm going to underline my eyes, and then I'm going to use the same color that I did for the highlight here in the inner corners. Again, it just brightens things up really nicely. You can just text me to confirm that we're still on for the same time. I like that he's actually kind of courting, and you don't see that, or from what I've heard, because I haven't seen it because I ain't been out there, but from what I hear from a lot of my friends, guys don't do that anymore. And that's another reason that I've just been so exhausted at even the thought of dating, just because this hit it and quit it like culture of dating is not for me. No thank you. I'm looking for something deeper, and if someone is just looking for something physical, more power to them, but I know what I want at this stage of my life, and it is not that. And you know, even when you meet someone outside of a dating app, it just seems that that is the kind of story that you see too. People aren't trying to really get to know you, and I'm like, no thank you. That just stressed me out. So I'm gonna use this warm chocolatey color to line my eyes, just with this little angled brush here. And again, I'm just gonna go back in with this kind of sparkly shade into the inner corners. Gonna blend where these two colors meet so it's not so obvious. Yeah, I like that he actually, you know, what are your favorite movies? What do you like to do? He asked me about my YouTube because I decided to, you know, tell him about that, but I didn't tell him the channel. So he hopefully will not be seeing this anytime soon. It was just nice to talk to somebody who actually wanted to, you know, talk to you like a freaking person. So I was gonna use the mascara I just showed you guys, but I'm gonna try this one first. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga. They don't make this anymore. It's my favorite mascara of all time. I don't know how much is actually in here, so I'm gonna look off camera to do this because I don't want to mess up my little color by getting mascara on my lid. Oops, did I do it? No, okay. So yeah, I did a little bit, so I'll touch that up. But yeah, they don't make this mascara anymore, and I tried, I like this kind of separated voluminous look, but I don't like it to be clumpy. And I tried a mascara recently to try to find a replacement, and y'all, it flaked in my eyes so bad it hurt. I wear contacts, so that was not pleasant. But I can imagine even if you don't wear contacts, that mess must hurt. So I'm still on the hunt for a replacement. But I love these like big fluffy brushes. They're really good. So then I'm going to get up under this eye here. Oh, dang it! I messed up. Okay, I'll fix that too. Let me know in the comments, you guys, have you met someone on Tinder and it led to a relationship? Even if you met someone and it was just something casual, let me know how you found it, because sometimes I'm like, this thing is not for me. Like the stuff that comes through my messages, y'all, I'm like, this is trash. But you're gonna find that on any dating app, I'm sure. But if nothing else, this will be good practice for me to get back out there. So I'll give you guys an update on how this goes. I'm doing my blush using another product from Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. I love this palette. This is the only thing I use for blush now. Just like their eyeshadow palettes are the only ones I use for my eyeshadow. I use this kind of bronze color. It doesn't have any shimmer. It's called Yara. And I'm going to use that just to add a little bit of, I don't know, I have a little moon pie face, so just to add a little bit of, I don't know, dimension to it. I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all. when I use this, I like the result. So another thing I'm nervous about is I've gained some weight since the last time that I was dating. So I'm nervous about that because this guy, you know, goes to the gym a lot. So I'm, you know, self-conscious a bit. So I've been agonizing over the outfit that I want to wear. So I'm just a big old ball of anxiety with this thing right now. I'm going to change into my outfit, put on my little jewelry, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sweating. I have about 20 minutes before I need to leave the house. I'm gonna try to get my best friend to help me film to show you guys my outfit because y'all know my room setup is a mess. I hope this is perfume and not sweat. Oh my god. But I'm gonna take this little scarf down. My hair is still in that same wash and go that it was in during my 2019 favorites video. So this is that same wash and go. I just posted on Instagram what I used. Today's actually New Year's Eve, so it's a lot going on today, but I posted everything I used there. If you want to check it out, this is day 6 and it is still going strong. I don't know how I want my hair to fall, but we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna use my Unicurl hair oil to add a little bit of nice fragrance to my hair and a little bonus shine. I'm wearing this simple little gold necklace, this ear cuff because it makes me feel cooler, and these little star earrings from Forever 21. And this was from Topshop, I think. And the little ear cuff was from Forever 21. Okay, so this is the outfit that I am going with. I have this white flowy top on from Express. This is just kind of forgiving, makes me feel better about the little tummy that I've got going on right now. So I got this nice little flowy top. Over it, I'm wearing this little saddle brown cardigan. Again, helps to cover up, you know, make me feel a little bit better about how things are going right now. And then I've got these really dark black skinny jeans from Hollister that again help to suck things in a little bit more. And last but not least, I've got these little black booties from Bear Trap. They're really comfortable. So yeah, that is my outfit. I'm really scared, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.